Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to 5 Minutes of Math. This is Mr. Lunsford, and I am so very glad that you guys decided to join me. Now, this one is more like 8 minutes, and it's because these problems are kind of involved. So I'm going to go through them step by step like I always do about this time. So here we go. Number 18 is negative 7 times the quantity k plus 9 equals 9 times the quantity k minus 5 minus 14k. The first thing we have to do is use the distributive property. All right, so that's negative 7 times k and negative 7 times 9, separated into two small multiplication problems. And that ends up being 7k minus 63. Now, the left side of the equation has been simplified. We're going to do that to the right side as well. So we use the distributive property on 9 times the quantity k minus 5. So that becomes 9 times k and 9 times negative 5, so 9k minus 45. Now that right side is not quite done because we have two like terms. See that 9k and that negative 14k? We can combine those. And we don't have to change any signs. We're just adding and subtracting, okay? In this case, we're just subtracting. So this problem becomes negative 7k minus 63 equals negative 5k. That's negative 14 plus 9 minus 45. All right, the next step, now we can start to move our terms around the equal sign. So we're going to add 63 to both sides. And what that's going to do is give us negative 7k equals negative 5k plus 18. And we get down here, we add 5k because that'll put all of our variables on the left-hand side because we just finished putting our constants on the right. So the next step is negative 7k plus 5k is negative 2k. 5k's cancel out on the right-hand side. So negative 2 times k equals 18. Just divide both sides by negative 2. And we have k equals negative 9. All right, that was number 18. Let's go on to number 19. All right. Negative 10y plus 18 equals negative 3 times the quantity 5y minus 7 minus 8. All right, so we start again with the distributive property. The distributive property only exists in this problem on the right-hand side. So we have negative 3 times 5y minus 7. Negative 3 times 5y is negative 15y. Negative 3 times negative 7 is positive 21. Watch your signs. I'm telling you, this will trip you up if you're not careful. So we have negative 10y plus 18 equals negative 15y plus 21 minus 8. Let's combine that 21 minus 8. 21 minus 8 is 13. And that's our right-hand side simplified. Now we can start sliding our terms around the equal sign. So first thing we're going to do is subtract 18 from both sides. And that's going to cancel out the positive 18 on our left. And we're going to go 13 minus 18 on our right. So negative 10 times y equals negative 15y minus 5. Our constants are on the right. Let's add 15y to both sides, and that'll put all our variable terms on the left. All right, so we have 5 times y equals negative 5. All right, so now we have 5y equals negative 5. Divide both by the number 5. And you have y equals negative 1. All right, y'all, go get yourself a soda or some Kool-Aid or something to drink. This one is going to take you a minute, okay? All right, so listen up. This is 10p minus 2 times the quantity 3p minus 6 equals 4 times 5p minus 6 minus 10p. All this is the distributive property everywhere. So we're going to start with negative 2 times 3p minus 6. So that's negative 2 times 3p is negative 6p. Negative 2 times negative 6 is positive 12. So that's negative 6p plus 12. So we can add that part of the equation where that distributive property used to be. But that left side is not done. We got to combine some terms now. So 10p minus 6p is 4p. So now our equation is 4p plus 12 equals 4 times the quantity 5p minus 6 minus 10p. Now, we've got the distributive property on the other side. So we got to do 4 times the quantity 5p minus 6. So 4 times 5p is 20p. 4 times negative 6 is negative 24. So that distributive portion ends up being 20p minus 24. And you'll see I sat it in the original equation right here. But the right side, and yes, pretend that says right, the right side is not quite done. Now we got to go and subtract 10p from 20p, okay? So 20 minus 10 is 10. Now our equation is something that looks a little bit better. 4p plus 12 equals 10p minus 24. Now we can start sliding our terms around. We will subtract 12 from both sides. And it should say 12 minus 12 and 24 minus 12. All right, so 4p equals 10p minus 36. Negative 24 minus 12 is negative 36. Now over here, we have 4p equals negative 10p minus 36. Subtract 10p, negative 6p equals negative 36. Divide by negative 6, p equals 6. All right, p equals 6. And if your brain doesn't look like this, then I'm very proud of you, because I know that can be kind of hectic, okay? So rewind it if you need to. I completely understand. All right, so we have number 21, not quite as terrible. This is 7 times the quantity. C minus 9 equals 9 times 2c minus 8 plus 4c. Okay, first part of that, distributive property. 7 times the quantity, c minus 9. 7 times c is 7c. 7 times negative 9 is negative 63. And that becomes 7c minus 63. Okay, and you notice I'm calling 7 the coefficient. It's the same thing. The coefficient is on the outside of the parentheses, and our terms are on the inside. So, all right, so 7c minus 63 equals 9 times 2c minus 8 plus 4c. Now, distributive property on the right-hand side. 9 times 2c is 18c. 9 times negative 8 is negative 72. That's 18c minus 72. Now, watch those signs, watch your math. And we also have to combine some terms on this side. So we combine 18c and 4c. Okay, 18 plus 4 is 22. And we're just combining our c terms on the right-hand side. Okay, all right, continuing. 7c minus 63 equals 22c minus 72. We're going to add 63 to both sides because that'll cancel out that negative 63 on the left. And let's see, when we get to our next step, it's 7c equals 22c minus 9. Let's subtract 22c from both sides. All right, because we're moving our terms around the equal sign. So negative 15c equals negative 9. Now, this is going to come out to some kind of a fraction or some kind of a decimal, just depending on how you do it. So divide both sides by negative 15. C is 6/10 or it's 3/5. Thanks y'all for listening. Now go get yourself a second drink and enjoy your weekend. Have a good day, y'all. Talk to you soon.